Hey, I've got to tell you this like I'd tell a friend who just invited me over for movie night. Once you hear what the Yamaha True X Bar 50A can do, everything you used before starts sounding like background noise. This is for the kind of person who doesn't just watch a film, you feel it. You're the one who notices when the bass is lifeless, when dialogue floats in the mix, when explosions feel flat instead of layered and real. You know quality because you've sat through too many half-hearted home theater setups that try but never quite convince you. Before you go any further, take a second to check the current price and availability. Sound gear like this doesn't stay steady, and once stock shifts or a deal moves, you don't want to be kicking yourself later. You know it was time to upgrade the moment your old TV speakers left you craning for clarity, or you turned up the volume so high that distortion became part of the experience. That was me, constantly battling for detail instead of enjoying the story unfolding on screen. I finally said enough is enough. And the relief? Instant. When this Yamaha comes to life, it's like someone opened the door on your audio world. Dialogue sits right in front. Bass hits with impact but stays controlled. Atmos moments don't just exist, they place you inside the scene. Whether it's a quiet indie drama or a blockbuster with everything going on, there's a richness you didn't realize you were missing. Imagine this, you're watching a show with friends. Mid-scene, someone stops talking and everyone goes quiet, not because the TV is silent, but because you actually hear the space. That sense of immersion makes even mundane moments feel cinematic. And here's where the psychology sneaks in. Once you feel this level of performance, you'll notice how often you unconsciously compare every other speaker to it. You won't want to go back. You'll catch yourself thinking about warmth, clarity, depth, not just volume. If you're waiting for a price drop or watching stock, keep in mind that quality like this fluctuates. Deals tighten up. Units disappear. Don't let hesitation be the reason you miss out on what you actually wanted in the first place. You might wonder if simpler soundbars are good enough. Sure, they try. But every time you listen, you'll end up pining for clarity that stays stable and sound that has shape. That's the quiet pull of loss aversion. You don't want to lose what you already know feels right once you've heard it. And the surprise benefit? That sense of pride you get when someone walks into the room and says, "Wow, that sounds amazing." It's not about showing off. It's about knowing you have a system that respects the content you love. Clear, rich dialogue you don't strain for Atmos placement that feels alive, bass that feels physical but controlled, music streaming that doesn't sound boxed in, a soundstage that finally matches your display. It isn't the cheapest soundbar, it can highlight flaws and weaker sources. At some point you stop looping through options and choose what your gut already picked. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you put off and regret later. Check the price, see what's in stock, and if your instinct is nodding, go for it. Once you hear it, there's no going back.